Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy Rusev year. Welcome to the first NoDQ Live of 2018. Thank you guys for tuning in live. I do appreciate it as always. It feels like it's been a year since I've done this. Anyways, we have Monday Night Raw to discuss. Had a little bit of a technical issue here to start things off. So, Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about it. Overall, I thought it was a solid show. Not a great show. I did enjoy the Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns match. I thought that was very good. Ryan King is here from nearby Vancouver, Washington, near Portland, Oregon, where I'm at. John's 5890 says, "Too sweet 2018, Aaron." Jason says, "Best ending ever." Michael Wayne says, "Joe versus Reigns was a great match." Brandon13 says, "Hey Aaron, how are you today?" I'm doing fine. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. What did you think of Raw? Leave a comment. Let me know. James is here. Celebrate Rusev Day by following NoDQ DOTCOM on Instagram. Yes, go check that out. Now, wow. Okay, we already have a guy. The first guy to be banned, Mr. Armageddon 19. Let's ban that guy. No timeout. That guy just gets a flat-out ban. Our first ban of 2018. It only took 1 minute and 40 seconds for somebody to be banned in the chat room. Has to be a new record. So let's go ahead and break down the Raw segments. Let's talk about Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe first. And I will be talking about Roman Reigns and the NoDQ.com year-end awards. So stay tuned for that. I will definitely be addressing that. Some controversy going on about the NoDQ year-end awards. Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, IC title. The stipulation was if Reigns got DQ'd, he would lose the title. Really solid match. I thought it was the best WWE match of 2018. Really great stuff. I enjoyed it. As far as Reigns winning, I guess it is what it is. Reigns is still the champion for now. I wasn't expecting Joe to beat Reigns via pinfall or submission. I thought maybe Reigns would get DQ'd again and would lose the title, but he's still the champ. We'll see what happens. Where does Samoa Joe go from here? That I have no idea. I don't know next for Samoa Joe. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Samoa Joe's status in WWE now that he lost to Roman Reigns? What do you think is next for him? Acer69Gamer says Samoa Joe wins the Royal Rumble. I like it, but I'm not getting my hopes up that it's going to happen. Actually, quite a few of you, 3 or 4 people already in the comments saying Joe for the Royal Rumble win. We'll see. Time will tell. But that would surprise me. I'm not expecting it to happen. We have Jeffrey here. What's up, Aaron? Congrats on 20 years. Thank you for that. So, of course, 2018 is 20-year anniversary of NoDQ.com. Big things popping, as I've said before. Stay tuned. 2018 is going to be an amazing year for NoDQ.com, and I'm looking forward to what's to come in this new year. Happy Rusev year. Ryan says WWF WCW. So yeah, it's funny because actually a few people today were surprised when I said that NoDQ.com used to be the Mayhem.com and WWF WCW.com. In fact, they were. It started off as WWF WCW and then it became the Mayhem.com. We have our first Super Chat donation of 2018 from Ambrose Long. Happy New Year. All the best for 2018, brother. Thank you for that. Oh, by the way, I need to adjust my chair here. There we go. The camera angle is a little bit off. I have tripod issues right now. I have another one coming in the mail, so I'm doing something different here. And yeah, it's very low budget, but it is what it is. Tyler Joseph Smith said Finn Balor forgot to mention his Universal title rematch. Yeah, that was annoying. I'm watching that segment with Kurt Angle and Finn Balor, and Balor's like, yeah, I'm entering the Royal Rumble. I'm like, dude, you're still entitled a one-on-one rematch for the Universal title. Be a man and get in Angle's face and demand your one-on-one match that you never got for the title you never lost. Why are you entering the Royal Rumble, you dummy? Man, the Finn Balor character is really stupid if you ask me. But, you know, people, of course, forget about that. All people care about is the Balor Club reuniting. Too sweet. Woo-woo, or whatever crap they do. I was not nearly into this as much as some of the internet was. I'm like, okay, if I'm a casual viewer tuning in, I'm like, what's going on here? Why are Anderson and Gallows and Balor? What are they reuniting? What's this all about? Alexander Pershing just left a $2 super chat donation. It's okay. Samoa Joe was game tonight like everyone. Yeah, Samoa Joe may have lost, but he put up a great fight. He was a very game Samoa Joe up against Roman Reigns. And we're already over 200. We're at 230 right now. Very nice. Thank you guys again for tuning in. And please spread the word. If you're watching this live, please spread the word. Tell a friend. And let's see if we can hit 300 tonight. What a way to kick off 2018 to have over 300 live viewers. That would be something else. I am going to address Roman Reigns and the year-end awards. So that will be coming up very shortly. For now, I would like to cover the rest of Raw. Zach Smith mentioned Goldust with the Cruiserweights. I have no idea. I have no idea what to make about that. Enzo Amore was not on the show tonight. Enzo was hospitalized. Apparently he has the flu and he was not on the show tonight. What was weird was that earlier in the day he posted a video of himself leaving the hospital and saying he was on his way to Raw. But then, of course, he did not appear on Raw. Hero Villain just left a $2 super chat donation. Notice no Universal Champion has had a rematch yet. Yeah, I guess people just, you know, they do not cash in their rematches. You got me. I don't know. Hey, Aaron, shave those sideburns. Is that a Simpsons reference? I'm not sure what that's a reference to, or if you're just telling me to shave the sideburns. I have no idea. Thoughts on the women's Rumble match being 30 women from Sin CK. Yeah, so tonight WWE did announce that the women's Rumble match is going to have 30 participants, and it will be over the top rope. I saw some of the Twitter comments. People were like, well, duh, these are the rules for the Royal Rumble. But the thing is, WWE doesn't have 30 active women on the main roster. So that's why some people thought, you know, they might only do a 20 women match. I figured they would do 30 because if WWE did 20 women for the Rumble, people would say, oh, you know, this is sexist and it's not fair to the women. They're not being treated as equals. And then the other thing is the women going over the top. Now, that, you know, they got to do the, I guess, the equality with it. But, I mean, the concern is that since most of the women are significantly shorter than the men, there's that whole issue of them being able to go over the top rope. People are saying the video quality is bad. Well, blame it on YouTube. I got state-of-the-art Wi-Fi here, and the chat's loading fine, so I have no idea why the quality's bad. It's some sort of issue with YouTube. I'm doing this on an iPhone 7, by the way. Do you see Brock losing the title in the Rumble, Aaron? No, I do not. I think Brock Lesnar will retain the Universal title. But going back to the women, Eugene brought up Trish and Lita being surprise entrants. That I could definitely see happening. I think somebody on Twitter sent out to me that there are 19, I'm not sure the exact number, 19 or 20 active women on the main WWE roster, which opens the door for maybe a few NXT women to appear in the Rumble match. I think that'll happen. And maybe a few past names will return. Victoria could be one. Trish Stratus, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella. TJS says Nikki and Brie. Imagine if Nikki Bella wins the Women's Rumble and John Cena wins the Men's Rumble? How would people react to that? I could see the internet pretty much blowing up about that. Ryan says maybe Stacy Keibler. Oh, Virtue's here. The #1 Roman Reigns supporter, the leader of the Roman Empire chapter, or the NoDQ chapter of the Roman Empire. Ashay A was just banned or timed out by TJS. I did not even see the deleted message. And Ronda Rousey is another name as far as maybe a surprise entrant. You know, a lot of people are thinking that Ronda Rousey is going to be the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match. Time will tell, either her or Asuka. Now, the thing is, with Asuka, okay, so Asuka is the odds-on favorite besides Ronda Rousey to win the Women's Royal Rumble right now. So why did WWE do Asuka versus Alexa Bliss on Raw? Oh, and Cindy says, now that Asuka and Alexa had their, quote, WrestleMania-worthy match, do you think Asuka is going to lose the Women's Royal Rumble match? That I found to be really interesting, why WWE would do this match on Raw out of nowhere. No build-up whatsoever, and it wasn't even that great of a match. I thought it was good, but I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but I felt like the two of them didn't really have the chemistry working together. It felt really weird to me, and the crowd was just not into it at all. I mean, they were like silent for that whole match. Hamp just left a $2 super chat donation. What will Raw's ratings be since it's Rose Bowl day? Good question. You know, they held up fairly well last week. Raw did, I think, like 2.65 million viewers last week, and it was pretty much at the level Raw has been at the last couple months. So it might be worse, but it feels like Raw has bottomed out in terms of the viewership being down. So I think, Braden says 2 college football games. So it could go down to 2.5 million. I think it will be down a little bit from last week, but you know, next week things should start to pick up again with the numbers. We'll see. You would think starting next week the numbers will be back up. Or don't they have another game? See, I'm not in with the football stuff. I think they have another game in a week or two. I don't think they're doing 2.9 million viewers this week. Caleb Jacobs just sent in a $2.12. Nice, extra 12 cents there. Super chat donation. Where was Woken Matt Hardy? He was on Raw. He did another backstage segment, another weird segment, and then the screens started, multiplying. It became 2 screens, and then 4 screens, and then 8 screens, and then 16 screens, and his laugh was being distorted. So it's like, the WWE production team just messing around and trying to be weird. It was all right, but I feel like this is starting to get old already. I don't know how you guys feel about it with Matt Hardy, but I feel like it's starting to lose its steam. TJS says, "Are you bored of the Woken character yet?" Yeah, I mean, I don't know about this segment. I felt just it was kind of okay. It wasn't as good as some of the previous weeks, and I was hoping for something different other than another backstage Matt segment. Yeah, they need to do something. They need to change it up. Kayfabe Candy Ass says Kevin Dunn was busy as a beaver with these segments. Ouch. That is savage there. But not as savage as what Samoa Joe said to Renee Young, saying that because of him, Dean Ambrose is now a stay-at-home husband while his wife pays the bills. That was a great line by Samoa Joe. I liked that one a lot. Michael Wayne says Rusev Day chants on Jordan versus Cesaro. Oh, and Stephen Osborne just left a $2 super chat donation. By the way, check out the NoDQ panel video that I posted a few days ago. Stephen was a great guest. Check that out. He says Gulak was more entertaining than Enzo. I liked that segment, other than Goldust being involved. That was just weird. But again, I feel like WWE just needed to come up with something. Enzo got sick and they had to change plans at the last minute, so they're like, hey, let's throw out Goldust and, you know, maybe have the main roster guys interact with the Cruiserweights, whatever. You know, it was just a filler segment. But yeah, Gulak was great. I enjoy him, you know, doing the lame, nerdy white guy rendition of Enzo's promo. I think it's very entertaining stuff. TGS says, just throw a generic cruiserweight like Mustafa Ali. Well, I figured, you know, the way that line was worded, I figured it was going to be a main roster guy, you know, and it turned out to be Goldust. And people were saying, you still got it to Goldust, even though the thing is, wasn't Goldust just on television a few months ago? People were acting like he's been gone for a couple of years, so that was weird. You still got it when he's only been gone for a couple of months? If that, he might have been on TV more recently, to my knowledge. Hamp says, got to go back to the Sugar Bowl. Happy New Year, Aaron. What's the Sugar Bowl? Ambrose Long just sent in a $2 Super Chat donation. Thank you, Ambrose Long. You guys are great tonight with the Super Chat donations, by the way. Do you think Cedric would have won the title tonight? I don't think so, because Cedric wasn't even the guy that was supposed to fight Enzo. It was supposed to be Rich Swann, and then Swann got arrested. So I don't think he was going to win the title, and they may save the match now until the Royal Rumble. They might as well. They might as well just do the match at the Rumble now and build up towards that. Okay, guys, I get it. It's a college football game. All right, leave me alone. Now I'm missing all the wrestling comments because like 10 of you said it's a college football game. TGS says, is Drew Gulak eventually going to turn face and win the title? Maybe. I mean, I'm more interested in that, but I like Drew doing Enzo's promos for now. So I think they still have some mileage with that. I would not pull the trigger on that feud just yet. But eventually, maybe for WrestleMania, if Gulak continues to entertain people like he has been. SHX207 says, will Matt versus Bray happen in a WWE ring? I guess he's saying, like, will it actually take place in a ring, or will it be like, you know, Final Deletion where they're brawling in some house, or, you know, House of Horrors? I could see them doing some really weird match like a House of Horrors / Final Deletion. You might as well, since it is Matt Hardy doing the Woken character. Ryan King says, does Booker T suck or what? Yeah, he's not good at all. And I was disappointed. The fans in the beginning of the show, in addition, okay, why do you chant? I love Rusev. You guys know this. I love Rusev Day. It's awesome. But why would you chant Rusev Day during Cesaro's match? If you're going to chant it during Roman's match. If you hate Roman so much. Jeez. But anyways, the fans were chanting Rusev Day during Cesaro's match, and then they were chanting for Booker T, and I'm like, what? Booker T? You're chanting for Booker T? Have you heard his commentary, people? Seriously? Cindy says, because nobody likes Jason Jordan. I guess Jordan is the most hated guy. I'm not sure, though. I felt like on this show, even though he was not on Raw, John Cena, when his name was mentioned, I think he got the most boos of anybody on the show, more than Jordan or Roman Reigns. I'm not sure. Curtis Butler says, too much coffee? I do not drink coffee. I'm just like this naturally. Jason Jordan is better than Roman Reigns, says the Blitz VIP member. Well, you must have been one of the people that voted in the 2017 NoDQ.com year-end awards, and I'll get to that in a few minutes, by the way, soon for that. Samuel says, why are Gallows and Anderson baby faces now? Makes no sense. Because you have the Bar, their heels, and Cesaro and Sheamus are there, you know, dominating the scene, and Anderson and Gallows pretty much just fell off the radar as heels, you know. They became the second fiddle, so why not turn them faces? I don't mind it. You also have the Revival. They're back. They're heels, I guess. I don't know. Bringing back the beard. What is the shave bet now? I have no idea. I don't know if the beard's lasting that long. I don't think I can hold out that long. It's just a winter beard, pretty much. Stage Psycho Izzy says, what do you think Shawn Michaels will do at Raw 25? I think he will dance around and talk a little bit, maybe do a backstage segment, and that'll be about it. Ryan King brings up that The Miz will be back next week. So yeah, Miz returns next week, and I have to say I enjoyed the Elias song with the Miztourage. You had Bo Dallas with the cowbell. I have to say though, that segment needed more cowbell. Other than that, it was a terrific segment. I still miss Bo Rida. We need Bo Rida back, because that was what, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and I still remember it. I know why WWE doesn't do it, because it was way more entertaining than Flo Rida, and we all know Flo Rida is tight with WWE, and you know they gotta protect that guy. And the fact that Bo Rida completely outshined Flo Rida, they cannot have Bo Rida on WWE television again. I wish Bo Rida would come back. I thought that was an awesome gimmick. That was extremely entertaining. And the cowbell will do though. You know, more cowbell and have Bo Rida do some raps, and we are set for life. Raw will be an A+ show. By the way, a new system over on NoDQ.com for the weekly polls. You know, every week I do the Raw and SmackDown poll. Head over to NoDQ.com and vote. I'm doing the letter grade system now for every poll. So if you head over to NoDQ.com, you can vote. What letter grade would you give Raw? It goes all the way from A+ to F-. That's as low as it'll go. Yes, Nicholas, I know my connection is choppy. It's not my connection, it's YouTube. YouTube right now is like a D- when it comes to delivering quality to you guys, so I apologize for that. Dean H. Power says, get the guitar out. The guitar is back in LA. Sorry, don't have it here. C+, B-, F+, C+, C+, another C+. Seems like a lot of C+s for Raw this week. The Cheapest Teat says, do you think that there's a chance Finn Balor will win the Royal Rumble? No, I don't think so. I do not see Finn Balor winning the Royal Rumble. I honestly have no idea. I mean, if I had to make a pick, I would say John Cena, but I don't know right now. I'd like to see how the next couple of weeks of television play out before I make a final prediction on it. So the final segment of the show, we had Brock Lesnar come out, the usual Paul Heyman promo. My name is Paul Heyman, blah, blah, blah. Then he talked about how Brock's still going to win, even though it's a triple threat. The usual stuff, you know, great delivery, whatever. And then you had Kane come out. Kane chokeslammed Brock Lesnar, and then Brock Lesnar did the Undertaker/Kane sit-up. And after that, we had Lesnar clothesline Kane over the top rope, and then all the locker room emptied out. And this was kind of flat, actually. You know, you would think when the locker room emptied out, it would be complete chaos and the crowd would be going nuts. But there was, like, no reaction. Stage Psycho Izzy says it looked like the roster ran out too soon. Mitch Anderson says it was the worst pull-apart. Kalmus says this was the worst Raw of the year. Yeah, the ending segment I thought was not very well executed. Definitely not one of the better pull-apart brawl segments in WWE history. Flat ending to the show, definitely. Will Brock retire this year? That remains to be seen. Oh, Stefan just left another $2 Super Chat donation. They made the Balor Club reunion so underwhelming. Well, that's just because it's so random, and also there was no Balor Club in WWE. It's from New Japan, you know, Bullet Club, Balor Club, whatever it is. So a lot of people don't know what it is. Granted, some do, and there were people in the arena doing the too sweet, but I think you have to explain it to people what it is, and I don't know. I just felt it could have been done better. It felt like it was very random, out of nowhere, and maybe it would have been better to do a little bit of a build for it. I don't know. At least Anderson and Gallows have something to do now. because people have been saying for the longest time these guys are going nowhere. They might as well be faces. Like I said, they can feud with the Bar, and maybe they could even feud with Jordan and Rollins if Jordan's going to be a heel again. I don't know what's going on with Jordan. He's still doing... He didn't really act like a heel this week. Maybe a little bit, but not much. So I don't know what's next with this Rollins and Jordan storyline. It's the Fitz CPT says Rollins and Jordan are weird together. Yeah, I mean, it's something that was obviously thrown together with Dean Ambrose being hurt. So, you got to give WWE a little bit of a break, with Enzo being sick and then Ambrose getting hurt. Sometimes things happen. You have to change plans. You have to go in a different direction, and it works. It doesn't work. As for Asuka and Alexa Bliss being done on Raw this week, that I don't know why that was happening. I would have saved that match. Giving it away now makes me think that we're getting something else for the women's title at WrestleMania. It feels like that's not going to be in the plans for WrestleMania, which is what I thought. I figured maybe Asuka would win it, and then she'd challenge Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania. But maybe Ronda's winning it. Maybe Ronda Rousey's going to win it as a surprise. Who knows? Again, a couple of weeks from now, after we see the final shows leading up to the Rumble, I'll make a more solid prediction. Right now, I think a lot of it's still up in the air. The jury's out on it. But I guess that's a good thing, too. If it's unpredictable and we don't know who's going to win, that's a positive. Keep people guessing. The Cheapest Heat says, Aaron, with only 19 women on both shows, do you think that there will be 11 surprise entrants? I think we will see, like I said, a few NXT stars, maybe a few Mae Young Classic competitors, and then maybe a few legends like Trish, maybe Victoria, maybe Kelly, Nikki Bella, Brie, and that sort of thing. Maybe we'll see Santina Marella in the Women's Royal Rumble. No, that's a bad idea. I mean, this whole thing is supposed to be taken seriously, right? This is a big deal. So I would not do the guy coming in the Women's Rumble match. I would avoid the comedy in this case. So I would not have Santina come back, or although it would be funny. I guess it would be funny if Santina came out for the women's match and then Santino entered the men's match. I guess that would be kind of funny. Curtis Butler says, I would not mind Big Show versus Kane in a dual retirement match at WrestleMania. I don't know about that one. John's 5890 says, a women commentator. Well, maybe Lita. If Lita's not going to actually be in the match, maybe you could have her be the guest commentator for the Women's Rumble match. I like that idea. TJS says, do you think Stephanie will enter the Rumble? Nothing would shock me at this point. I don't think she should, but anything's possible. I don't know when Raw comes to Portland next. Actually, I don't think... I don't know. I have no idea. I know there's a house show next month, but nothing that I've heard about Raw coming to Portland anytime soon. No pay-per-view for sure. No pay-per-view, to my knowledge, in the entire Pacific Northwest, from what I recall. Anyways, I think we covered pretty much all the key points about Raw. Let's go ahead and talk about the NoDQ year-end awards, which definitely generated some controversy this year, but not for the reason I was expecting. I figured people would be upset about Okada and Omega not winning the match of the year, even though it was nominated, which I think is pretty darn good considering NoDQ.com has primarily been a WWE news site, focused on WWE. So, good showing by New Japan. Bullet Club won Faction of the Year, so there you go. Ring of Honor / New Japan / Indies, whatever. Bullet Club won Faction of the Year, a non-WWE group. But the big controversy was the Worst of the Year awards. Now, Oh, Stefan just left another $2 super chat donation. If they have Santina get the fastest elimination. Doesn't Santino hold the record? I'm not sure. I know Santino, I think they had Santino beat the, or at least attempt to beat the Warlord's record. I'm not sure if it happened, though. Greg Cherry would know that. He's the trivia expert, or Jeff, one of them. But anyways, back to the awards. So I did the videos with Jeff and Greg. We talked about who we would pick for the awards. And I said in the worst Superstar of the Year video, I said, cut Roman a break this year. Jinder Mahal, for sure, should be getting that worst Superstar of the Year award. Failed experiment. It did not catch on. That should have been the winner. But you guys disagreed with me. You voted for Roman Reigns and Roman Waynes. What am I, Elmer Fudd now? Roman Reigns won the worst Superstar of the Year award, the most overutilized Superstar of the Year award, and worst match of the year, which I actually disagree with. I mean, I think it's close, though. Roman Reigns versus Undertaker was voted the worst match of the year. I disagree on that. I think the Punjabi prison match with Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal was the worst match of the year, in my opinion. Undertaker and Reigns was disappointing, no doubt about it. Hero Villain 5 says blind hate as usual. So what happened was, Justice 21 says they're just being crybabies. Is anybody in this chat room right now a big Roman Reigns supporter that was very upset about this? You know, I said on Twitter and Facebook, if you have a problem with it, come in the chat room and confront me here in the chat. Tell me that NoDQ is trash, whatever you want to say. I will speak openly about this. Anybody that's upset right now, you have a problem with it, call me out. I'm reading the comments here. It wasn't my choice to put Roman Reigns in the poll. I've been doing this 18 years with the NoDQ year-end awards. Every year, it's the same format. People send in their nominations, and then the top 6 nominations are put into the final poll. That is the way it's been every single year for 18 years. I don't have any say in the matter. All I can say is what I think you guys should vote for. And I said Jinder Mahal. I publicly said Jinder Mahal. But anyways, a lot of people on Twitter were very unhappy. They're saying NoDQ is a trash site, and you guys are biased, and you know, said NoDQ visitors are a bunch of basement dwellers. If you go on twitter.com/NoDQDOTCOM, you can see all the comments. So basically, the Roman Reigns fans said you guys are a bunch of basement dwellers. You live in your mom's basement. And, you know, I guess I created a divide amongst the fans. You know, you have the Roman Reigns fans, and you have the Roman Reigns haters. You're all a bunch of haters for saying Roman Reigns is the worst Superstar of the Year. I changed the name, too. Last year was the worst wrestler of the year. Actually, it was the worst wrestler of the year for a couple of years. But then after last year, there was all this controversy about Roman Reigns. So I changed it to the worst Superstar of the Year. So it just isn't wrestling. It's the whole package. NoDQ Virtue says that's being over. Curtis Butler says the butthurt empire. Mike Mitchell says don't let the fake trolls get to you, your site, your rules. Well, thank you for that, Mike. I appreciate it. Clearly, these people have never watched me on a video or really follow NoDQ in the first place, because they would know I do not hate Roman Reigns. I have no vendetta against the guy. I think he's a very solid wrestler. I feel he's one of the best in the company, and I feel he deserves his spot. He does an extremely good job at what he's told to go out there and do. It's the character and the way he's portrayed that I feel is flawed. But he's got a fan base, let's face it. So something must be working here. Creatively, I don't think it's the most brilliant thing in the world, but it is making a connection with people, and Roman Reigns has his fan base of women and children, and people that clearly don't pay any attention to anything, because if they did, they would know I have nothing against Roman Reigns, and I did not set him up to lose this poll or win it, however you want to look at it. Kayfabe Candy Ass says his fans yelling suffering succotash at the news. Dirty Little Grunge says I'm a woman, cannot stand Reigns. Cindy says tater tots. Yeah, Jason says Reigns a solid performer. He is. I don't think he's the worst wrestler. I think I would even go as far to say as he's great when he's in there with the right people. You know, obviously Undertaker was not the right guy. Undertaker, I'm not sure how many guys could have had a good match with Undertaker at this stage of the game. But Reigns and Joe, they tore it up tonight on Raw. They had a great match. Reigns can go. Nobody's arguing that. It's the character that people have a problem with. And I don't even think it's trolls. People legitimately don't like the character. It's Cena 2.0. It's, you know, it's not creative. It's very bland. And I get that. I feel it is people that are upset that it's the same thing every year. They want to see something different. They want to see the character do something different instead of being a repeat of John Cena. You know, people were tired of Cena. It was the same thing every week, every year. And then it's becoming the same thing with Roman Reigns. I get it. You know, it's like, it's basically Hogan 3.0, as Zach would say. John's 5890 says they are wasting Reigns. Michael Wayne says I am not against Reigns, but his character was the same as John Cena. I'm not looking. I'm looking at the comments here. I'm not seeing anything about people calling me out here, as I figured. You know, people like to talk trash on Twitter. This is their opportunity to talk to me. You could see me, see my face, call me out. Nobody's doing it. So I'm gonna send out this video, and you know, again, I will even go on Skype. If anybody out there watching this is legitimately upset about me, NoDQ.com, I will go on Skype. We'll have a video debate about it. Anybody out there, if you're a diehard Roman Reigns fan and you're not happy and you think NoDQ.com is a trash site, I will be happy to confront you face to face on Skype. Let's do it. It's good for business. But anyways, that's enough of that. I think I spent too much time talking about all that. Now I'm just being trolled. People saying I rigged it. Yeah. As you guys know, I am about as real as it gets. I don't BS anybody. You know, I tell it like it is. I call it as I see it. That sort of thing. Just people on Twitter that they have the opportunity to talk to me face to face. I would be more than happy to do so with any of these people. Go on Skype one-on-one. Anyways, I will go ahead and wrap this video up today. This is the first one of 2018. Thank you guys so much for your viewership for 20 years now. 20 years since the launch of what would eventually become NoDQ.com. TGS says Aaron did not screw Roman, Roman screwed Roman. Well, there you go. He's not losing any sleep over this. This is just a website internet poll. Roman Reigns is not going to lose 1 minute of sleep over this. If he does, then he's got something wrong with him. Because it's just an internet poll. It's just people having fun. You know, it's for entertainment purposes, and I think people take this stuff way too seriously. It's just for fun. Anyways, I'll go ahead and wrap up this video. I will be back tomorrow night. I think my tripod is coming tomorrow. I have a little dock for the phone, which is stacked on top of a book here, and that's why the camera shot is weird. I had a problem with my old tripod. So I have another one coming. Tomorrow it should be, the camera view should be better at least. Hopefully the quality is better. I apologize for the choppiness. You know, I have only so much control over that. A lot of that is YouTube or whatever. Oh no, Stefan just left a $2 super chat donation. Happy Rusev Day, Aaron. So now I gotta stay a little bit longer. You know, he's throwing money at me, so I gotta stay on for a couple more minutes. Cheapest Heat says congrats on 20 years. Thank you, Cheapest Heat. Happy Rusev Day. Happy Rusev year. Cindy says we all got your back, Aaron. Thank you. I appreciate that. Curtis says happy Elias night. How about happy Bo Dallas Day? I want to see, like I said, more Bo Dallas with the cowbell and doing the Bo Rida again. That's what I want to see. Adam says it's Rusev Day. Ambrose Long says you're the real big dog, Aaron. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Anybody can have a live stream. You know, I'm doing this. Anybody can do it. Happy 20 years, Aaron. Here's to another 20 years. Thank you for that. TGS says, I've been watching old CM Punk stuff and I miss him a ton. As do I. I miss the traffic that a great CM Punk segment would give the site. So I would love nothing more than CM Punk to come back to WWE. I think it will happen one day. When, I don't know. But as far as people saying he will never be back, Bret Hart came back, Bruno Sammartino came back, Ultimate Warrior came back, he'll be back. If I had to make a prediction, I would say one day CM Punk will return. I don't know when, but I hope it happens soon because him coming back would be a huge boost to traffic. CM Punk, whether people like him or not, he made an impression on the wrestling industry, no doubt about it. And people are still talking about him. Here we are, what is it now, 4 years since he left, and people are still talking about it. Just amazing. CM Punk is definitely one of those guys that when he came in, he made a difference to people. He made an impression on people. Anyways, on that note, I will go ahead and sign off for tonight. I will be back tomorrow night, post SmackDown Live edition of NoDQ video. Please spread the word. Tell a friend, anybody you know who watches wrestling. Go on Twitter. Tweet those people that were very negative. Tell them to watch this video and call me out. Invite them to join me on Skype. I will talk to any of these Roman Reigns fans. Anybody who wants to chat with me about the year-end awards and Roman Reigns. Tweet these people. Have them watch this video. Tell them. Try to convert them to the NoD crew, the NoDQ army, the NoDQ galaxy, whatever we're calling it. Let's try to get them to become part of our side. So go ahead and tweet out those guys, and that'll do it. I'm done here for NoDQ Live. Thank you all again, and I will see you guys tomorrow night for more. Take it easy, guys.